Today we're going to be doing 5 track cars for under £2,000, so stay tuned to see what makes the list. So today we're going to be doing 5 track cars for under £2,000. If you haven't already seen my other video, I did a video of 5 track cars for under £1,000. So this is really like track cars within the £1,000 to £2,000 budget. If you haven't seen the £1,000 one, go back and check that out, because you'll probably end up watching this wondering why I didn't include things like the E46. I have done one for under £1,000, so go check that out as well. But yeah, today are going to be the cars that fell within the £1,000 to £2,000 budget. So let's kick it off with number 5. So number 5 on my list is a fan favourite. It is the Mazda MX5 Mark 1 or Mark 2. You can pick these up relatively cheap. You can actually pick them up from like 500–600 quid, but you tend to find that most of the ones within that price range are really rusty. I think, to be honest, you probably want to pay like 1200 quid-ish or more to get a really solid one. Yeah, and they came in different variants. Some of them had LSD, some of them had a 1.8, some of them had a 1.6. They're all decent. It really just depends what you want to do with it. Yeah, really easy cars to turbo if you want to go down the route of getting more power out of it later down the line, and a really good car to learn a lot of track skills in. You've got rear wheel drive, but not a huge amount of power to mess it all up with. And yeah, just a really good car to get to grips with the basics if you're wanting to just like start out on track. Yeah, and like I say, they're super cheap, really reliable cars. The engines are absolutely bulletproof, and yeah, that's why the number 5 is a Mazda MX5. So number 4 on my list is the Clio 172. It came with a 2-litre twin cam engine with 170 horsepower. You can pick them up at the moment for about £1,000 plus. You probably want to be going a bit higher up the budget if you want a really clean, decent one, but if you're just wanting a track beater, you can pick them up for like £1,000. Yeah, they're just a great car if you want to just stick a set of decent tyres on it and go out and give it death on track. They take an absolute hammering, and they're just, yeah, really a really good entry-level car if you're looking to get out on track, even if it's your first time. Yeah, and they're pretty well set up from standard. You don't really have to put suspension on them and stuff to have a good time in them. So yeah, that's why the number 4 on my list is the Clio 172. So number 3 on my list is the Skoda Octavia VRS Mark 1. They came with a 1.8 20-valve turbo engine in with 180 horsepower. They were also 4-wheel drive as well, the only 4-wheel drive car I've actually got on the list. It's probably the closest thing you're going to get to a Subaru or an Evo within the price budget. Just a real underdog. A lot of people overlook these. They're not very popular. Although it's probably the heaviest car I've got on the list, it makes up for it in the amount of tuning potential it's got, so you can easily double the power on these things. Just a real underdog. A lot of people forget about them. A really decent car if you're looking for like a long-term track project. You can slowly increase the power, and there's plenty of like aftermarket support for them. So yeah, my number 3 is the Skoda Octavia VRS. So 2 on my list is the Mazda RX-8 231. Although it's called a 231, a lot of them never made the power that they were meant to. Most of the 231s are around about 200 horsepower at the flywheel. It doesn't sound like a lot for a sports car, but they're really, really light, and a lot of engineering and thought went into them, so they're very well balanced. A lot of them, like, they shave weight with aluminium panels. They've got a carbon fiber prop shaft. Although they're really temperamental if you don't know what you're doing, if you look after them properly, they can treat you well. They actually really enjoy being revved out and abused on track. It is actually city driving and slow driving that causes a lot of the issues with them, so they make a perfect track car because they actually love it, and it actually makes them last longer, which is one of the very few cars that you can say that happens to. You can pick them up at the moment in the UK for like £1,400 or more. They are a bit of a time bomb. You will have to rebuild them at some point, but they're not as unreliable as most people think they are if you look after them properly. I have done a buyer's guide on them and also a video about how to maintain them to make them last longer. I will stick the cards to those at the top of the screen now, but yeah, check those out if you're interested in going to buy a Mazda RX-8, because they will save you a lot of time and hassle. Yeah, like I say, a lot of people don't like them because of what they read on the internet. They're not as bad as people say they are if you look after them properly. I'm not saying they're perfect, they have their issues, but they are a really great track car, so well balanced. You'll struggle to find anything that handles as well out of the box as that car does. So yeah, that's why the number 2 on my list is the Mazda RX-8. So number 1 on my list is the EP3 Civic Type R. Came with a 2-litre twin cam engine with VTEC. It had 200 horsepower. Not a lot of torque, but they rev out a lot, so you can pound on them all day, take an absolute hammering. Probably one of the most reliable track cars out there. They respond really well to tuning as well. Yeah, really good option. The only downside I would say with it is that it didn't come with a limited slip diff out the factory, which probably would have made it one of the best front wheel drive cars available. Which is unfortunate, but you can buy aftermarket LSDs for them if you wanted to do that later down the line. But yeah, just a really reliable track car and lots and lots of potential. So yeah, that is why I'm at number 1 on the list, is the Honda Civic EP3 Type R. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give the video a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I mentioned, I have done 5 track cars for under £1,000, so I will stick the link to that at the end of the video, and there's a card at the top of the screen now as well. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. If you think there's anything that I should have added to the list, drop it in the comments down below. It'd be good to see a few options. Like, it's just my thoughts at 5 track cars. I'm not saying that these are definitely the best track cars you can get for under £2,000. It is just my 5 picks. So yeah, if you've got any other thoughts, make sure you drop it in the comments down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.